Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at The Lost Hero, Chapter 26, continuing Jason's story. So, Jason, Leo, and Piper follow these storm spirits around Chicago, and they're diving and ducking, and they're following in the dragon until finally they see the storm spirits go inside a sewer drain. And from that point, they decide they need to get off of Festus and follow them into the sewers. So they go into the sewers, and Piper is still really hurt. Her ankle is still pretty sore, and she's kind of limping along until she's just too tired. She almost falls. Jason catches her. And he says, "Hey, let's take a break. We all need some rest." Leo takes out his tool belt and he makes some delicious tacos. and Jason and Piper are talking while Leo is cooking. And Jason kind of asks Piper about her father. And he says, we can help you. But she just can't talk about it. And so Jason decides not to ask her anymore. After they eat, Piper's really tired, and so she falls asleep in Jason's lap. So she uses his leg maybe or shoulder as a pillow. And during this time, it's kind of like Jason and Leo's first time to really hang out together and talk. We have this guy time. And Jason starts saying, like, "Man, you're really cool being able to use fire." And Leo's like, "Thanks." And then they start talking a little bit about Leo's mom. And Jason's like, "Hey man, it's not your fault." And so they start talking about these really, really deep, important issues. And Jason starts to think about the other heroes that are supposed to join their quest. And he's pretty worried because he feels like he should be the leader. And that the heroes might try to destroy each other. But it's his job to keep everyone together. But he doesn't feel confident enough to do it. Well, this all takes place during the first watch. Sorry. Leo decides to go to sleep, and then Jason starts to think about all this stuff about, can he do it? Can he lead these people? And he's going into the place where he might actually die right now. So he's pretty worried. They continue down the sewer, and they're not too sure what they're going to find. And oddly enough, it's not a dungeon, it's not a monster cave, it's an elevator. They have this beautiful silver elevator that looks like it has this beautiful M on the doors. They decide to go in the elevator and go to the first floor. When they step out of the elevator, they're so impressed and amazed. They're in a shopping center that has like kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is kind of the toy that you look through and you turn it and the lights kind of change, and there's many little mirrors. And that's a kaleidoscope, and that's what the inside of the mall looks like. Glass walls are everywhere, sparkling and shimmering with different colors. And there's clothes, but then there's armor, and there's shoes, but then there are weapons. And it's kind of a weird place, but it looks incredibly beautiful. And here in the department store, they find this woman, and she looks like a retired model. She's incredibly beautiful, but a little older. And she's very, very charming. Jason feels like something's wrong, but when he listens to her, he's like, "Oh, she's so nice. She must be good. She must be nice because her voice is so beautiful." Piper feels a little different because she's kind of tries to warn Jason, "Maybe we shouldn't." And then Jason says their names. When Jason says his name, "My name is Jason," the woman gets really angry. But it's this really flash of anger. Like Jason says, you could almost see her skull, her bones in her face. She got so angry. But then whoosh, it goes away. And she's like, "Oh, how can we help you? We'll find some special deal for you." And that is how the chapter ends. There are many vocabulary words in this chapter that you might be interested in. I picked only 4 that I thought were especially difficult. But if there are others, please ask a question in the comments and I'll try to reply to you and let you know. The first one I have is pedestrian. A pedestrian is someone who is walking. So usually on a sidewalk, cars are driving by. The people walking are called pedestrians. And, Leo says to Festus, don't eat or don't burn up any pedestrians while you're flying around. Any people, any walking people. Much of a lead. This means a lead is like a hint on a direction to go. If you imagine a detective, if they're trying to solve some crime, they look for leads. They look for hints or directions. And with Leo and Jason and Piper, they don't have many options to find out where Hera is or to find out like where the storm spirits are going. They only have this one lead, this one hint, this one path to go down, and that's to follow the storm spirits into the sewers. Next one is chided. When Leo comes with the food, Jason kind of feels like, oh man, I kind of wish I could stay with Piper, just the 2 of us. But then he thinks to himself, come on, Leo is your friend and he needs to be with us too. You need to include him. Stop being so foolish. So chided is like to discipline yourself. Your mom can chide you, hey, why didn't you clean your room? But you can also chide yourself, hey, come on, you need to do your homework. You tell yourself to do something. Chide. And the last one is sundries. And sundries are just like items, many different various items, but they're not really important to talk about. So in the mall, one of the signs is like makeup, poisons, and other sundries. Other things, maybe knives or daggers or needles. Just some extra stuff, but maybe makeup and poisons are what you really care about. And then there are just other things, sundries. Well, discussion question I'd like to ask you, and there are many we could ask in this chapter, is why do you think the woman was angry? Now, of course, we can guess that she's the enemy of Jason. Okay, that's easy. But what is it about Jason that makes her angry, right? She doesn't just want to just kill him because he's an enemy, but he makes her angry. What do you think it is? Did something happen in the past? I don't know. We'll probably find out when Piper starts to share her story. But what do you think it is? Why is this woman angry? And then, of course, please make your own discussion question. Write it in the comments. That way other people can see it. And that way they have time to think about your discussion question. That way they can prepare an answer. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me for another book club preview. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.